All right, you guys, let's try this again. The 3-year-old is now FaceTiming with her grandpas, and in case she comes back in, maybe I won't offend her with my North Country accent. Let's go with the classic Tomie dePaola's Mother Goose stories. These are always good before bedtime, and they're not too long. If somebody starts getting antsy, we can end it. All right. Old Mother Goose, when she wanted to wander, would ride high through the air on a very fine gander. Mother Goose had a house, 'twas built in a wood, where an owl at the door for sentinel stood. She had a son, Jack, a plain-looking lad. He was not very good, nor yet very bad. She sent him to market, a live goose he bought. "See, mother," says he, "I have not been for naught." Jack's goose and her gander grew very fond. They'd both eat together or swim in the pond. Jack found one fine morning, as I have been told, his goose had laid him an egg of pure gold. Jack ran to his mother the news for to tell. She called him a good boy and said it was well. Jack sold his gold egg to a merchant untrue, who cheated him out of half of his due. Then Jack went a-courting a lady so gay, as fair as the lily and sweet as the May. The merchant and squire soon came at his back, and began to belabor the sides of poor Jack. Then old Mother Goose that instant came in, and turned her son Jack into famed harlequin. She then with her wand touched the lady so fine, and turned her at once into sweet Columbine. The gold egg in the sea was thrown away then, when an odd fish brought her the egg back again. The merchant then vowed the goose he would kill, resolving at once his pockets to fill. Jack's mother came in and caught the goose soon, and mounting its back flew up to the moon. "Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been?" "I've been to London to look at the Queen." "Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there?" "I frightened a little mouse under her chair." "A diller, a dollar, a 10 o'clock scholar, what makes you come so soon? You used to come at 10 o'clock, but now you come at noon." "I saw a ship a-sailin' on the sea, and oh, it was all laden with pretty things for thee. There were comfits in the cabin, and apples in the hold. The sails were made of silk, and the masts were made of gold. The 24 sailors that stood between the decks were 24 white mice with chains about their necks. The captain was a duck with a packet on his back. When the ship began to move, the captain said, 'Quack, quack!' Lavender's blue, diddle, diddle, lavender's green. When I am a king, diddle, diddle, you shall be queen. Call up your men, diddle, diddle, set them to work. Some to the plow, diddle, diddle, some to the cart. Some to make hay, diddle, diddle, some to thresh corn, whilst you and I, diddle, diddle, keep ourselves warm. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Was not that a dainty dish to set before a king? The king was in his counting house, counting out his money. The queen was in the parlor, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging out the clothes, when down came a blackbird and pecked off her nose. Old woman, shall we go a-shearing? Speak a little louder, sir. I'm very thick of hearing. Old woman, shall I love you dearly? Thank you very kindly, sir, now I hear you clearly. Tweedledum and Tweedledee agreed to have a battle, for Tweedledum and Tweedledee had spoiled, for Tweedledum said Tweedledee had spoiled his nice new rattle. Just then flew by a monstrous crow as black as a tar barrel, which frightened both the heroes so they quite forgot their quarrel. Dickory, dickory, dare, the pig flew up in the air. The man in brown soon brought him down, dickory, dickory, dare. Little Paul Parrot sat in his garret, eating toast and tea. A little brown mouse jumped into the house and stole it all away. These are some crazy rhymes, aren't they? When I was a little boy, I lived by myself, and all the bread and cheese I laid upon a shelf. The rats and the mice, they made such a strife, I had to go to London town and get me a wife. The streets were so broad and the lanes were so narrow, I was forced to bring my wife home in a wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow broke, and my wife had a fall. Farewell, wheelbarrow, little wife and all. Have you ever heard such a thing? Bobby Shaft-Toe's gone to sea, silver buckles at his knee. He'll come back and marry me, Bobby Bonnie Shaft-Toe. Bobby Shafto's bright and fair, combing down his yellow hair. He's my ain for evermore, bonny Bobby Shafto. Bobby Shafto's tall and slim, he's always dressed so neat and trim. The ladies, they all keek at him, bonny Bobby Shafto. Bobby Shafto's getting a bairn, for to dandle in his arm and on his knee. Bobby Shafto loves me. There were some funny words in that one. I think they're Scottish words. I say this because I have seen the TV show Outlander, and they call babies bairns in that show. The north wind doth blow, and we shall have snow. What will poor Robin do then, poor thing? He'll sit in a barn and keep himself warm, and hide his head under his wing, poor thing. Rain before 7, fine before 11. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little Johnny wants to play. Rain, rain, go to Spain, never show your face again. We were saying that rhyme this afternoon because what's happening right now? Rain, rain. When the wind is in the east, 'tis neither good for man nor beast. When the wind is in the north, the skillful fisher goes not forth. When the wind is in the south, it blows the bait in fish's mouth. When the wind is in the west, then 'tis at its very best. March winds and April showers bring forth May flowers. Have you ever heard that saying before? April showers bring May flowers. Red sky at night, shepherd's delight. Red sky in the morning, shepherds take warning. Or like we say here on the North Shore of Massachusetts, where we're by the water, red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. It's not a great morning to go out on your boat if the sky's too red. That's what they say. If bees stay at home, rain will soon come. If they fly away, fine will be the day. We should check that this summer and see if that's true. A sunshiny shower won't last half an hour. Rain on the green grass and rain on the tree. Rain on the housetop, but not on me. Why not? Umbrella. It's raining, it's pouring. Oh, these are all rain ones. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man snoring. He got into bed and bumped his head and couldn't get up in the morning. Cold and raw the north wind doth blow, bleak in the morning early. All the hills are covered with snow, and winter's now come fairly. Blow, wind, blow, and go, mill, go. That the miller may grind his corn, that the baker may take it, and into bread make it, and bring us a loaf in the morn. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to fetch her poor dog a bone. But when she got there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. So she went to the baker's to buy him some bread, but when she came back, the poor dog was dead. So she went to the undertaker's to buy him a coffin, but when she came back, the poor dog was laughing. She took a clean dish to get him some tripe, but when she came back, he was smoking a pipe. So she went to the fishmonger's to buy him some fish, but when she came back, he was licking the dish. She went to the tavern for white wine and red, but when she came back, the dog stood on his head. She went to the fruiterer's to buy him some fruit, but when she came back, he was playing the lute. He's a very talented dog that can play a musical instrument. She went to the tailor's to buy him a coat, but when she came back, he was riding a goat. She went to the hatter's to buy him a hat, but when she came back, he was feeding the cat. She went to the barber's to buy him a wig. Why would she do that? But when she came back, he was dancing a jig. She went to the cobbler's to buy him some shoes, but when she came back, he was reading the news. She went to the seamstress to buy him some linen, but when she came back, the dog was a-spinning. She went to the hosier's to buy him some hose, but when she came back, he was dressed in his clothes. The dame made a curtsy, the dog made a bow. The dame said, "Your servant." The dog said, "Bow wow." There was a crooked man, and he walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence against a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat, which caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house. Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. Where is the boy who looks after the sheep? He's under the haystack, fast asleep. Will you wake him? No, not I, for if I do, he's sure to cry. There came an old woman from France, who taught grown-up children to dance. But they were so stiff she sent them home in a sniff, this sprightly old woman from France. 3 wise men of Gotham went to sea in a bowl. If the bowl had been stronger, my story would have been longer. Oh dear. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see a fine lady upon a white horse, rings on her fingers and bells on her toes, and she shall have music wherever she goes. Taffy was a Welshman, Taffy was a thief. Taffy came to my house and stole a piece of beef. I went to Taffy's house, Taffy wasn't in it. I jumped upon his Sunday hat and poked it with a pin. Taffy was a Welshman, Taffy was a sham. Taffy came to my house and stole a leg of lamb. I went to Taffy's house, Taffy was not there. I hung his coat and trousers to roast before a fire. Taffy was a Welshman, Taffy was a cheat. Taffy came to my house and stole a piece of meat. I went to Taffy's house, Taffy wasn't home. Taffy came to my house and stole a marrow bone. I think Taffy won in that little back and forth. Ladies and gentlemen, come to supper. Hot boiled beans and very good butter. Hush, baby, my dolly, I pray you don't cry, and I'll give you some bread and some milk by and by. Or perhaps you like custard or maybe a tart. Then to either you're welcome with all my heart. Molly, my sister, and I fell out. What do you think it was all about? She loved coffee and I loved tea, and that was the reason we couldn't agree. I don't know if that sounds worth a big falling out. Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean, and so between them both, you see, they licked the platter clean. Little Tommy Tucker sings for his supper. What shall we give him? White bread and butter. How shall he cut it without e'er a knife? How will he be married without e'er a wife? Polly put the kettle on, Polly put the kettle on, Polly put the kettle on, we'll all have tea. Suki, take it off again, Suki, take it off again, Suki, take it off again, they've all gone away. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Simple Simon says Simple Simon to the pieman, let me taste your ware. Says the pieman to Simple Simon, show me first your penny. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, indeed, I have not any. Simple Simon went a-fishing for to catch a whale. All the water he had got was in his mother's pail. You think that's going to work? He went to catch a dicky bird and thought he could not fail because he'd got a little salt to put upon its tail. Once Simon made a great snowball and brought it in to roast. He laid it down before the fire and soon the ball was lost. What do you think happened to it? Did it melt? He went for water in a sieve, but soon it all ran through, and now poor Simple Simon bids you all adieu. Whew, it's kind of humid in here. Let's see if anybody knows this one. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, knock at the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen. 11, 12, dig and delve. 13, 14, maids a-courtin'. 15, 16, maids in the kitchen. 17, 18, maids in waiting. 19, 20, my plate's empty. I don't know that one. I know. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut that door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, don't be late. 9, 10, do it again. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home bringing their tails behind them. Little Bo Peep fell fast asleep and dreamt she heard them bleating. But when she awoke she found it was a joke and they were still a-fleeting. Then up she took her little crook determined for to find them. She found them indeed, but it made her heart bleed, for they had left their tails behind them. It happened one day as Bo Peep did stray into a meadow hard by. There she espied their tails side by side, all hung on a tree to dry. She heaved a sigh and wiped her eye, and over the hillocks went rambling, and tried what she could, as a shepherdess should, to track again each to its lambkin. That means she tried to put the tail back on the right sheep. Hi diddle diddle. Oh, hi diddle doubt. My candle's out. My little maid is not at home. Saddle my hog and bridle my dog and fetch my little maid home. I don't know about saddle my hog and bridle my dog. Dance, little baby, dance up high. Never mind, baby, mother is by. Crow and caper, caper and crow. There, little baby, there you go. Up to the ceiling, down to the ground. Backwards and forwards, round and round. Dance, little baby, and mother will sing. With the merry choral, ding, ding, ding. I went up 1 pair of stairs, just like me. I went up 2 pairs of stairs, just like me. I went into a room, just like me. I looked out of a window, just like me. And there I saw a monkey, just like me. To make your candles last for aye, your wives and maids give ear o. You put them out's the only way, says honest John Boldero. Jerry Hall, he is so small, a rat could eat him, hat and all. Little girl, where have you been? I've been to see your grandmother over the green. What did she give you? Milk in a can. What did you say for it? Thank you, grandam. What are little boys made of? What are little boys made of? Frogs and snails and puppy dog tails. That's what little boys are made of. What are little girls made of? What are little girls made of? Sugar and spice and all things nice. That's what little girls are made of. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers 3. Every fiddler he had a fiddle, and a very fine fiddle had he. Oh, there's none so rare as can compare with King Cole and his fiddlers 3. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Then up Jack got, and home did trot as fast as he could caper, to old Dame Dob, who patched his knob with vinegar and brown paper. Then Jill came in, how she did grin to see Jack's paper plaster. Her mother vexed, did whip her next for laughing at Jack's disaster. Now Jack did laugh and Jill did cry, but her tears did soon abate. Then Jill did say that they should see a play at Seesaw across the gate. Goosey, goosey, gander, whither shall I wander? Upstairs and downstairs and in my lady's chamber. There I met an old man who would not say his prayers. I took him by the left leg and threw him down the stairs. I don't know if that's appropriate. Hickety-pickety, my black hen, she lays eggs for gentlemen. Gentlemen come every day to see what my black hen doth lay. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has lost her shoe. My master's lost his fiddling stick and knows not what to do. Cock-a-doodle-doo, what's my dame to do? Till master finds his fiddling stick, she'll dance without her shoe. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame has found her shoe, and master's found his fiddling stick, sing doodle-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo, my dame will dance with you, while master fiddles his fiddling stick for dame and doodle-doo. Barber, barber, shave a pig, how many hairs will make a wig? 4 and 20, that's enough, give the barber a pinch of snuff. Some of these rhymes are kind of crazy, aren't they? Bow, wow, wow, whose dog art thou? Little Tom Tinker's dog. Bow, wow, wow. The lion and the unicorn were fighting for the crown. The lion beat the unicorn all around the town. Some gave them white bread, some gave them some brown, some gave them a plum cake, and drummed them out of town. I had a cat, and the cat pleased me. I fed my cat by yonder tree. Cat goes fiddle-I-fee. I had a hen, and the hen pleased me. I fed my hen by yonder tree. Hen goes chimmy-chuck, chimmy-chuck. Cat goes fiddly-fee. I had a duck, and the duck pleased me. I fed my duck by yonder tree. Duck goes quack-quack. Hen goes chimmy-chuck, chimmy-chuck. Cat goes fiddly-fee. I had a goose, and the goose pleased me. I fed my goose by yonder tree. Goose goes swishy-swashy. Duck goes quack-quack. Hen goes chimmy-chuck, chimmy-chuck. Cat goes fiddly-fee. Holy moly, there are a lot of animals here. I had a sheep, and the sheep pleased me. I fed my sheep by yonder tree. Sheep goes ba-ba, goose goes swishy-swashy, duck goes quack-quack, hen goes chimmy-chuck, chimmy-chuck, cat goes fiddly-fee. I had a pig, and the pig pleased me. I fed my pig by yonder tree. Pig goes griffy-gruffy. What? Sheep goes ba-ba, goose goes swishy-swashy, duck goes quack-quack, hen goes chimmy-chuck, chimmy-chuck, cat goes fiddly-fee. I had a cow, and the cow pleased me. I fed my cow by yonder tree. Cow goes moo-moo, pig goes giffy-guffy. Sheep goes ba-ba, goose goes swishy-swashy, duck goes quack-quack, hen goes chimmy-chuck, chimmy-chuck, cat goes fiddly-fee. I had a horse, and the horse pleased me. I fed my horse by yonder tree. Horse goes neigh-neigh, cow goes moo-moo, pig goes griffy-gruffy, sheep goes ba-ba, goose goes swishy-swashy, duck goes quack-quack, hen goes chimmy-chuck, chimmy-chuck, cat goes fiddly-fee. I had a dog, and the dog pleased me. I fed my dog by yonder tree. Dog goes, bow wow, bow wow. Horse goes, neigh, neigh. Cow goes, moo, moo. Pig goes, griffy, gruffy. Sheep goes, ba, ba. Goose goes, swishy, swashy. Duck goes, quack, quack. Hen goes, chimmy, chuck, chimmy, chuck. Cat goes, fiddly, fee. Charlie Worley had a cow, black and white about the brow. Open the gate and let her through, Charlie Worley's old cow. Oh, where has my little dog gone? Oh, where can he be? With his ears cut short and his tail cut long, oh, where is he? This little pig went to market, and this little pig stayed home. This little pig had roast beef, and this little pig had none. And this little pig cried, wee, 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 wee. I can't find my way home. Hickory, dickory, dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, the mouse ran down, hickory, dickory, dock. There was a rat, for want of stairs, went down a rope to say his prayers. There were once 2 cats of Kilkenny. Each thought there was 1 cat too many. So they fought and they fit and they scratched and they bit till, excepting their nails and the tips of their tails, instead of 2 cats there weren't any. All right, I think this is a good page to end on. A wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he heard, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we all like that wise old bird? I wish my kids were. I had a little hen, the prettiest ever seen. She washed up the dishes and kept the house clean. She went to the mill to fetch some flour and always got home in less than an hour. She baked me my bread. She brewed me my ale. She sat by the fire and told a fine tale. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. All right, thanks for joining us for a little nighttime social distance story time. I hope everyone sleeps well tonight. Bye.